Let's have a conversation.
One vote, Monty. Terrence's vote goes to Taylor.
Wow.
Kyle's vote goes to... Congratulations, Taylor!
Let's go. She almost fell. Wow. I told y'all that was a $750,000 apology. Terrence, I know, right? I know, right? Oh, sorry, y'all. Forgot I was on. I was just enjoying these lays. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Shy. Thank you, Nikki. Loving this intro. Yeah, I just decided to throw a little change up for my intro today. I might just leave this here. Prop that up. Sponsored by Lay's. Thank you, IJ. Anyways, I put that in the intro for a reason. I don't do anything by accident. First, people invented a beef that I had with Joseph, and now people are trying to invent a beef or an issue with me and Taylor. Taylor met me once. It's possible that people sent her clips of things on my page. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. That's what people do. But there ain't no beef, as you can see. I put that video at the beginning. Anyone who follows this channel for any length of time knows that I supported Taylor all season. And I wanted her to win. And I was happy that she won. I was very happy that she won. Now, you are actually able to, contrary to popular belief, watch somebody and question whether they are making the right moves or have intrigue about what's going on in their life and not hate them. You can ask questions and not hate them. It is possible. It is possible to be like a critical thinker that is just like, oh, I wonder what the plan is with this, or I wonder how she feels about this, or I wonder what's the goal with this next move. Anyways, off of that, I actually specifically wanted to mention Taylor because despite the fact that I don't have like a specific relationship with her or I didn't get the interview that you guys know that I wanted. I was asking for the interview and trying to get an interview with her. But despite all of that, my success on this page started because of Taylor. It did. Because I think the first video that I uploaded that got like this many views was a video recording that I had of Taylor eating a bag of Lay's potato chips. I uploaded the video of Taylor eating the Lay's. And it got an absurd amount of views. So I was like, man, Taylor is really popular. It's not just me who's very fond of Taylor. There's a whole big community of people who just love her and flock to these videos. So I was posting Big Brother stuff based on the intrigue that was generated by Taylor being on the season. So I want to thank her for that. Even though she didn't go on to give all these different content creators content, I'll be one of the few content creators to actually tell you that Taylor made hundreds of pages on YouTube lit. And there's still people that talk about her every day in the off season. She still continues to make pages lit, whether intentionally or unintentionally, because everybody is interested to know what she's doing, see where she is, yada, yada. But I'm happy I actually got a chance to tell her to her face when I saw her, like, you inspired me so much. I was watching this season because of you. And the reason why I had so much to talk about during the season was also because of her. And just, I'm thankful for that. Even though it wasn't directly due to her doing something specific for me, I'm still thankful for that nonetheless. Now, onto my page and the topic at hand. My page got monetized on November 7th. Let me get to these comments. I'm sorry, y'all. I was too busy being petty. I'm not done with these chips, by the way. I might bring them back out periodically. Taylor had me buying bags of Lay's. I need to find that, because I'm not even going to eat this whole bag right now. I just did that for dramatic effect, just to be honest with you guys. I was mapping this out when I was out at the gas station earlier. I'm like, I'm going to get me a bag of Lay's. I'm going to find the video of me cheering for when Taylor won, and I'm going to eat my bag of Lay's right after that. It's hard to look away from her face, so interesting and beautiful. Agreed. So I applied for monetization sometime in September, because I had met the requirement of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. But they said that I was using reused content, because the only thing I was posting at that time was little clips from the Big Brother live feeds. So some people had suggested in my comment section that I can still do that if I show my face and I have my voice in there. So what I would do is I would show my face at the beginning, and then I would play the live feeds, but I would be giving commentary. I thought that was enough. No, that wasn't enough. It's a blue bag. She said that her grandma eats that kind. Oh, so they're a Lay's family, huh? So what I ended up having to do was delete, unfortunately and sadly, most of my live feeds, get rid of them and start making videos like this, where I'm just talking to y'all. On my third attempt at monetization, I finally got approved, and that was November 7th. Okay, so you get the monetization, but all those views you had before, you're not getting paid off of those views you had before. You're getting paid from the views you get from the time of monetization. So you don't get paid anything until you reach the $100 threshold. And because of the YouTube partnership program, YouTube takes, I believe, 45% of whatever you earn. You get 55% and they get 45%. So that means $100 is not really $100. You have to earn close to $200 to reach the $100 threshold, and that's how it goes every month. And you would think it's easy to do that. It is not. As somebody who now has, I think at the last time I checked, 460 something thousand views on YouTube right now, since most of those views since after I got into the partnership program, I have earned less than $200. And I'm okay with saying that. I'm sure I'll figure out ways for those numbers to go up in time, but in that time span, out of what I've earned in terms of like after YouTube takes out their cut, less than $200. But it's okay because this is a first payment. I'm still learning. I'm still new to this, you know? But man, I put in a lot of hours, so it just feels good to kind of materialize something out of nothing. It's not a case of signing up for a job where there's some kind of contract where it's like, okay, you do this much work and you get paid this much. It's something where you just go in on blind faith and you're like, I'm going to give this a try and see if I can make something out of it. So when I knew that I was about to take my family leave from work, I started preparing and I had a goal list. And on my goal list, I said, I want to get monetized. I want to get my page monetized by the last day of November of last year. So I started working on it before I left. So getting my page monetized by November 7th, I was 23 days early. I said, I want to make my first $100 by December, the last day of December. And I think that I made my first $100 like sometime in late November. Had a schedule with that. Then I had like a bigger money goal that I have not reached that I wanted to have by the time I got back to work. But this is not necessarily about money. It's just about chasing the dream, not giving up on yourself, listening to the feedback that you get from people. It's really cool the way you've let us peek behind the curtain. Yeah, I see. Thank you for saying that, Rich. I see all kinds of pages where people are like, I make so much money. I have so much talent. I'm so good at this, blah, blah, blah. I know what I'm good at and I know what I'm capable of. And I know there's things that you guys have seen me do and there's things you haven't seen me do yet that I can still do, that I can still provide for this channel. But it's not really about that, because the people are what makes a successful channel. Obviously, you bring your time and your talents to the table as the content creator, but it's the feedback and the support from the people who are following you that determine whether you are a success or not. When I went on to Sherry Shepherd today, Malcolm Jamal Warner was the guest on the show. And he was basically saying, as an artist, I would like to just say, hey, my work, I put out my work and I just know my work is good, and that's that. But he was like, the success of me as an artist depends on the reception I get for the things that I'm doing. So essentially, before I started doing lives and before I started covering Big Brother and whatever, I was trying many different things when it came to this YouTube stuff. But the one thing that I was not doing was engaging. I was always disappointed about my low viewership and my low numbers and all that. And when the success started to turn the corner is when I actually started turning on the camera and being willing to talk to y'all. And I realized that was something that I like, and it is something that I'm good at. And it's something that I was missing, because as much as you guys see me talk and talk and talk, maybe I'm that way with my really close friends or really close family members, but generally, you won't see me talking this much. I feel like people who know me have seen my YouTube page and been like, I didn't know you had so much to say. I do. It's just that I speak pretty selectively. But this is just kind of a talk about, you know, the process of what it took. First of all, I'm not even going to act like it was an easy process. When I got rejected twice for the monetization, I was like, maybe this is just not going to work for me. Like, it felt really difficult. What is your metric for success? To be honest with you, Rich, it might sound cliche, but I already feel like I'm successful because I've developed my page. I've put a lot of work into it, and I built up a community that I really like, that I really enjoy communicating with, and that always give me feedback, that y'all get a lot out of the content that I'm putting out. If you had asked me what my metric for success was, let's say a year or two ago, if I was doing this a year or two ago, it would be a dollar figure. Now, don't get me wrong. There are dollar figures that I would like to reach, but those are not a determination of whether my page is successful or not. I feel like you put in the work, you do the things that you're supposed to do, you feed your passions and your fire, and the numerical part of it will come. And for me, it's not even necessarily like I have a number in mind where I'm like, this makes me successful. Success for this in terms of money for me is like, I can do this all the time. I make enough off of this to just say, I don't need the 9 to 5. That's the metric that I would say in terms of financially. I don't know what figure that is, but you know, that would be my financial metric. But in terms of like intrinsically, I already feel like this is a success, especially when I go back and look at my old videos where I didn't even have this webcam or this microphone, and I was just holding up my cell phone in the middle of my living room. And I was really surprised to get those kind of responses that I was getting at that time, because I wasn't prepared to be a vlogger. I didn't have any of the equipment, and I didn't even have, it wasn't presentable. Let's just say that. It's not like I fixed up the presentation of how everything looked. I was just talking, just sitting on the couch talking. And I'm like, wow, people are actually interested in what I'm saying, because that surprised me. I always felt like in order for my channel to succeed, I would have to find something other than me to post on the channel. I wanted to do everything but put my face and have my voice on here. Everything but that. And then after going around the world and trying that, I found out that that was the thing that people connected with the most. So anyways, after I got rejected the first time, no big deal. I was not too stressed with that. I was a little disappointed, obviously, but I was like, it's okay. I'm just going to fix up the page the way it needs to be fixed up. And then the next time I apply, I'm going to get it. It's going to be a breeze. The second rejection was so much worse than the first because between the first and the first attempt at monetization almost felt like an accident because I got the number requirements for YouTube so fast. So when I got rejected, I was like, it was too easy anyways. But between the first rejection and the second one, that was when the Big Brother season was hot. So I was uploading things all day, every day. I was doing 5-6 hour lives. Maybe not 5-6 hours, but I know I did some that were approaching 5 hours. And I did several that were like 2-3 hours. And then I was uploading different videos and reactions. I would get up in the morning, first thing in the morning, daily reactions, daily everything. So I had put in like at least probably a couple hundred videos just in that month between the rejection and the next attempt. So the second rejection, my friends will tell you, the ones that I was talking to about this, they will tell you how down I was about that. And I was like, I'm making one more attempt at this. I said this to a few people. My third attempt at monetization is going to be my last, period. I don't have it in me to do anymore. If it doesn't work out, I'll try something else. So I deleted almost all of my live feed videos. I deleted almost all of my live videos of me watching the live feeds and talking and all that. And I had about 2 million views at that time, and it took me down to about 200,000 from 2 million. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. The Big Brother season is coming to an end. So the boost that I'm getting from Big Brother is not going to exist. But we'll see what happens. So I remember a particular live that I hopped on. I think it was maybe 1 or 2 days after the finale. And I got on there and I started talking about Big Brother. And then I was starting to run out of things to say. So I said, hey guys, what do you guys want to see me talk about now that the Big Brother season is over? A couple of people were like Survivor. A couple of people said like, I don't know, Love Island. They just listed out a bunch of shows. Real Housewives, Atlanta. I don't know. People just listed out different reality shows. But then a few core people were like, just do you. I'll support and follow whatever it is that you're doing. It doesn't matter what you talk about. So I said, okay, let me talk about the things that matter the most to me. Mental health, fitness, music, that's it. And I started doing that. I started making most of my uploads about that. And obviously, it wasn't as many people, wasn't nearly as many people as during the Big Brother season, but it was like a core dedicated group of people that have been following those posts, that have been commenting, giving me great feedback. And I actually got my page monetized in the off season without talking about the Big Brother house guests for the most part. Here and there, when there's things that are worth talking about, I have spoken about them, but really my page from maybe November until now has mostly not been about Big Brother. So I'm proud of that. And I'm thankful to all of you who have been with me on this journey. I expect this page to continue to grow. I really do. I have different plans. I have different ideas. And in terms of getting some of these people that I watch to jump on the channel with me, interviews or whatever, collaborations, I still don't think that's off the table. I just haven't found the right one yet. The right opportunity has not found me, but I'll keep plugging away with my own content, and those opportunities will come eventually. They will definitely come. I believe that. So if you have a dream, get to work. Make a plan. Make a plan, make a written plan, make it tangible. I want to get this by this amount of time, but make it realistic as well, because I didn't sit here and say, I want $10 million in a month. Like I made a realistic plan and I reached it, and I made another realistic plan once I reached the first goal, got to that. The third one I didn't quite reach, but as they say, reach for the moon. And if you don't get that, you'll get to the stars. In other words, you can make a goal that is up there that might be hard for you to get. And if you don't quite get to that goal within that amount of time, you might have gotten to a place that would be further than if you had reached for a goal that you know is easier for you to get. Like, you can get to this specific place by this time, but instead of saying, I'm going to aim for a place I know that I can get to easily, I'm going to aim for a place that is above where I have ever been in the past. And that's what I'm doing with my life and with this page. I'm aiming for things that I've never reached yet, because I know my pocket and my comfort zone and the things that I can get to and access easily. I don't want the easy route, because the easy route keeps me where I am. The comfort zone route keeps me where I am. Yep, ×3. Fitness. I practice singing almost every day. I do too, honestly. I wouldn't really say I practice singing, but I would just say that I sing every day. Whether people like it or not, I sing like every day. I enjoy singing. I'm a karaoke superstar. I don't know whether anyone has already suggested it, but Tahari P. Henson would be a great guest. She is heavy into mental health. I believe somebody has. D, I will try. People like Tahari P. Henson are hard to reach. That's something that I have learned. Yeah, Rich. People like Tahari P. Henson are difficult to reach. Not impossible. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I'm just going to say your correspondence is unlikely to get to those people directly. Even some of these like challenge and Big Brother people with 200,000 followers on Instagram. I've tried their Instagrams, their Twitters, their management teams. It's hard unless you have connections. But I also kind of like that. I like being an underdog. I'll be honest with you guys. I like being an underdog. The funny thing is, I know people right now who I support their channels that have direct connections to some of the people that I would like to connect with, and they will not connect me. And I know the reason that happens is because they feel like if I start to have those connections, I'll start to take away from their lane. And I'm not somebody who feels that way. And I know you might be able to say, easy for you to say because you're not where they are. You don't have the followers or the connections that they have. But I'm just not somebody who feels that way. If you got me that connection, I will shout you out always. Hey, so-and-so connected me with so-and-so. Y'all saw me make that thank you post for Ayana. That interview that I did with Ayana was pretty long time ago. But every time I get one of these people on, I'm like, Ayana was my first interview from anyone from reality TV. Shout out to Ayana. She gave me my first opportunity. Why not do some interviews while you work out with the guest? The funny thing is, Rich, that's what I did. I don't know if you saw my Kenny video, but that's kind of what I did with the Kenny video, Kenny Santucci. But the thing is, unfortunately, there was music playing in the gym that I was working out with him in. So a lot of the speaking parts had to be covered with music sub over that because of the fact that YouTube bans everything. But that was actually my idea with Kenny. Instead of actually just talking to him or trying to talk to him, I was like, can we do this thing for my channel where, you give me a workout and we kind of do a chat while we're doing the training. So, but that is a great idea, Rich. You know what? I got to find out if any of these other challenge people that are into fitness, if they work out in New York. You know who I want to reach out to now that you said that? I don't know if you know Rachel from the challenge, but Rachel just started doing this thing, the challenge fitness something or the other. I think it's on Paramount Plus. She would probably be a great person to reach out to for content. You know of it, Rich? Yeah, I might reach out there. I have a list. You guys have given me some great ideas. Somebody gave me a suggestion of Charlemagne, which I tried. Someone gave me a suggestion of one of Donny Hathaway's daughters, who they said is a big mental health advocate. I definitely have to reach out to her. I've heard that she's responsive. There's several pending messages that I have sent out and not received responses, but that doesn't mean I should stop trying. Especially now, because I feel like I have a few more people on my resume. And also, I think when I first started reaching out to people, I mostly just had these Big Brother videos on here. Now I think I have a bigger body of work and a little bit of a better resume so that when they go check my page, there's more things for them to see that I'm about. So my success rate now might be higher than it was when I first started doing this. But yeah, this is kind of just an explanation post, an appreciation post. Once again, I want to shout out Taylor. I know nobody's gonna take a clip of this good stuff and send it to Taylor because they only send things that they can like manipulate your words, try to make it sound like something else. But Shout out to Taylor. I'm happy she won. I'm a fan. I was a fan while she was in the house. I'm still a fan now. I wish her the most success, and I thank her for what she has helped me accomplish by being so endearing and making a success out of a situation where she wasn't supposed to be successful. Even if people want to say, no, it's not unsalted, unfortunately. I wish these were unsalted, but they are definitely salted. Otherwise, I would have finished the bag already. And I know you probably missed the beginning, D, but I'm only eating these for dramatic effect. But nah, these are your average run-of-the-mill salted Lay's, yummy and delicious and crispy. I need the salt or I choke on it. I also saw, I like Lay's, but my favorite is probably sour cream and onion. And I was thinking of getting the sour cream and onion, but I was like, it wouldn't have the same dramatic effect as pulling out the classic. So just so y'all know, if anyone tries to invent a beef with me and Taylor on Reddit, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, it's not real. It's not real. Even if she ever saw anything on my page that she didn't like, I guarantee you that she probably hasn't seen a whole one of my lives. Because if you were to watch one of my lives beginning to end and hear my reasoning behind the things that I'm saying, you would clearly be able to tell it's not like your average hater that you hear. Being inquisitive is not hating. You might get a sponsorship from Lay's. Maybe I'll get a gold bag with my name on it. Music and mental health, Lay's. Lay's, what's up? Man, the thing about it is, I'm a TV show away from a sponsorship. Because when you look at these people who do reality TV, I'm sure they tried a bunch of things just like what I'm doing right now. And then they got their fame up from whatever show they went on. And then the fame came, the sponsorships came, the interviews came, the money came, you know? That's half of the reason why I've considered doing a couple of shows here and there. Because I'm like, maybe if I do one or two shows, boost up my profile a little bit, and then I just hop right off, because I would never want to be like a 15 season reality TV star. That's not a life for me. But doing it once, it's a possibility. As far as I know, they're still together, but I'll be honest with you, D. I mean, I know they're still together. I've seen recent posts, but I'll be honest with you. I don't really follow them like that anymore. Like, I'm following them as in following their social medias, but I'm most interested in the Big Brother house gas when the show is going on. Don't get me wrong. I still have love forever for like the cookout as an example, but I'm not daily following everybody's Instagram pages and following their Twitters and following their Facebooks and all that. Like, people told me that they thought I was lying when I said that I saw Big D's birthday party flyer that he put up the night before, but that's really what happened. That's really what happened. I don't think I had looked at his page in months. And then I happened to look at that page on like a Friday night, and I was like, oh, this is in Philly, not too far from me. So because of this page mainly, I hopped in the car so I could enjoy myself, but also so I could get some content. That was a specific intent that I had. But yeah, I've kind of left that situation alone. They say that they're happy. I hope that they are. It looks like they are whenever I see videos or whatever, but that doesn't really matter to me because they're the ones who know what they deal with in the relationship offline. And that's that. We only know what they show us and what they tell us, and that's that. I can't really even say anything more than that. What I've noticed that's interesting though about this particular season is like other seasons, well, last season in particular, the 23rd season, it seemed like the cast was on some get money stuff after the season ended. In terms of promo tours and hanging out all the time, traveling different places and whatever. We've seen a little bit of that with this cast, with some of this cast, but it seems like this cast is known for having this really dramatic split where it's like some mess with this group and some mess with this group, and some kind of stay on their own and don't really mess with the social media. And it's like, I'm just living my life. It's very disjointed. And it seems like a lot of he said, she said, because you'll hear a lot of these house guests being like, well, I feel this way and this one agrees with me. And another one will say, I feel this way and that one agrees with me. But you'll never hear the actual person they're talking about saying that thing. And that's not even to say that they're not saying that thing, but it's like I feel like they just don't want to be involved in the drama. And that's probably where I would be, where I'm like, I don't want to comment on that. I don't want to do an interview on that. I just want to live my life the best way that I can. That would be part of the thing that specifically would hinder me from wanting to be on Big Brother in particular. The constant and forever scrutiny. And then also, like, if some house guests, if you're friends with some house guests and they have beef with other house guests, you know, where you stand makes a difference. And then there's fan wars, where there's some fans that really stand for this one and some fans that really stand for this one. And then I even got caught in the crosshairs of that. Crazy as that is, I got caught in some of the crosshairs with that when the season ended. But anyways, y'all, thank you once again for your support. I wouldn't have been able to do this without any of you. And we're going to keep this going in the future. This was the first payment of many. There's going to be bigger ones. And when there's bigger ones, it's not just that I'm going to be diving in my my money pool like Scrooge McDuck. It's that I can dedicate more time towards what I'm doing now. I can upgrade my equipment. My laptop, if you saw the laptop I'm working off of, boy, it has problems. I would love to be able to upgrade my webcam. Possibly I might get a new mic. You know, there's a lot of different things that I would do once the page is able to do more things for me financially. But we're going to keep this moving. If you haven't yet, go out and buy a bag of Lay's potato chips. Nah, but in seriousness, like the channel, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, help keep boosting me in the algorithms. I want to get up to 2,000 subscribers by the end of this month. 2,000 by the end of this month. That's only about 116 more or so based on the last time I looked. Very doable. So boosting me in the algorithms will definitely help me with that. Thank you once again for your support. I will talk to y'all soon. Have a wonderful evening.